Hey everyone, welcome back to Phantom Brigade. As you can see, I am once again parked outside the capital district, waiting to have a go at the final missions. However, before I jump straight into a fight, there are a few things that have happened. The first is that being on the experimental branch, we tend to get updates as and when they need to test them at Brace Yourself games without any sort of announcement. So I discovered while playing through some of the content to get myself to this point that a number of things have changed. The big one that affects me most directly is that missile launchers have been through a drastic altering. So if we look at, let's say, this MLS 01 Rapid, so we've used these fairly consistently for the past few episodes in our missile mech, and they used to be almost 200, anywhere between 180 and 210 max range. So they have had their maximum range slashed drastically down, which means you can no longer kind of skirt around the outsides of the map, lobbing missiles that arrive sometime in the next turn and just keeping yourself totally safe and just firing off missile after missile. You now have to be a significant amount closer, and this puts you in range of long-range marksman rifles, sniper rifles for sure, and obviously all the other missile launchers, and anyone who can just run quite quickly and then get you in range of their weapon. So a lot more dangerous for missile launcher mechs suddenly, and a lot less threat from the drop-in missile launchers that you get at the back of the map for the second or third waves, because they can't instantly just start raining missiles on me either. But definitely affects me. The way that missiles now fly looks and feels a lot better though. They feel much more targeted. The guidance system seems to have the missile. It does still go up and over buildings for the majority of missile launchers, especially when it says it does so. But they feel like they're going up and down at a target rather than going up in the air and then kind of wobbling around looking for the thing that they're trying to hit. So they feel much better, look much better, but they have had their range drastically reduced. So we're probably not going to take a missile launcher mech into this fight. The other type of missile launcher that they've introduced on top of this is this indirect missile, direct but unguided. So you need to line up people who are going in a straight line or learn how to predict where this shot is going to end up. Huge base damage, 1150 base damage, but very difficult to hit, and obviously in the hands of the enemy not really a threat at all because you can just move out of the way. So they've done a lot of work on the missile launchers and things since they released them in the last patch, and as you can see we've stocked up on some weapons. We do have a flat cannon, not currently using it on anybody. Could put that in on missile launcher mech instead and bring that, but probably not going to. You'll see why when I look over the mechs in a minute. The other thing that has changed weapon wise, and I'm very sad that I don't have one of these yet. I don't know how many variants are in the game. It's just designated in the game as a super heavy, and it looks freaking awesome. Like, it looks like the super heavy guns from Aliens. And this thing, its fire duration is almost a turn. I think it must be 3.5 or 4 seconds, and it just chews through cover. It's effectively a super heavy machine gun, and it looks great when firing. Like the animations that they've done and the way the mechs wield this is the sort of thing that I really wanted in the game. It's all well and good your mechs carrying around guns that look like regular human guns, but stuff like this, where like carrying around giant Gatling guns or huge missile launchers or like backpack based weaponry and things, that's what the sort of stuff that I was really hoping would develop into the game. So it's cool to see. Maybe we'll come across one if we do get to see it in action. I'm sorry I couldn't get hold of one, but the way that I've set the game, as you well know, makes it very unlikely I end up with weapons from fights. So that's another thing. Then there's two things that have changed kind of in the battle maps themselves. The first is that there are now turrets in the game. They kind of look like giant red upside down buckets or traffic cones. and they work on this strange detection system where they have a zone, and twice a turn it would appear they do a detection, and if you're in it at the time, that triggers an attack from the turret. So they are avoidable. They are relatively short range as well. I've not had any trouble getting my marksman rifles to outrange them to destroy them, but they do provide a little bit more sort of covering fire and things. So I can't necessarily always just chase down enemy mechs, because I might find myself in range of a couple of these turrets. I've seen machine gun and missile launcher turrets so far, so I don't know if we'll see them on these. Those have really only been on the base missions, and they're definitely still testing them. They don't have a destroyed version of them yet, and I knocked out a building from underneath one and it just hovered in midair for the rest of the battle. So there's still work to be doing on them. Obviously, again, I'm in the experimental branch, so things like this are to be expected, but it's nice to see them kind of bringing more interactivity to the maps and things. So hopefully down the line those will be a nice addition. And then the final change, which is very, very nice to see, the AI has learned how to dash. It's a bit of a miracle. I didn't know that this was going to be coming. I know it's been talked about in the forums by people saying how kind of overpowered having a dash for us and not for the AI seems. I don't know if they use it to dodge missiles yet, but they definitely use it for repositioning and to get around the map faster and to get in and out of cover. So that's really good to see that they've kind of taken that on board as the devs and have worked towards that. So this is getting a bit rambly. Let us go and check out our mechs very quickly. So you'll see the levels have popped up quite well here. So Storm's Herald, we have 16.6. Still looking fairly similar. We've managed to... Wow, that's a low base level left arm. Let's see if we've got a better left arm very quickly. We kind of don't. Mass goes up. Already a bit slow is the problem. So I really would prefer one that didn't up the mass too high. So we're at 400. It is also very useful having barriers, because the odd thing, missiles and shots that do hit you therefore don't do any lasting damage. I think we'll just leave it. That seems fine. So the biggest upgrade that we've had here, we have a massive damage volley marksman rifle now on this one, 60 to 81 meter range, so pretty good range. 4-shot volley over 2.2 seconds, but huge damage. Very, very effective for taking out tanks and taking weapons off things. And obviously still got this big shield on the left hand side as well. Hell's Daughter has upgraded her assault rifle, so we're on a level 20 burst assault rifle. Again, good damage. We do, I think, have... maybe we don't have a level 20 of our own rifle, but we've got... This is the level 17 assault rifle that we built ourselves, so level 20 would be pretty similar in terms of the damage. But I like the look of this one. It's got nice short burst duration, and it doesn't generate over 100 heat, which is quite good, so we get a couple of rounds a turn. The body and everything of the mech, nice, pretty well upgraded on here now, so we've got a 17.6 overall rating. Shadow's Blade has finally got himself an SMG. We're using the Blackbird level 19 body part. We've still got the blade on the left hand for when we want to go melee, and then we have this 1.2 second interval, really high rate of fire tactical SMG on the right hand, which is very effective, and with the pace of the mech means that I can pretty much stick really close to other mechs, so keep out of their best range while staying in mine, which works quite well. So this one's back in use. I said missile launcher is kind of out at the moment. Again, this one has had its range cut in half. The damage volley isn't where it used to be, so even though it fires twice or twice every 3 turns, the damage of the missile launcher is way down compared to other things right now. So currently has come out of the primary lineup, but is always there as a backup to go in. And then we have that's calling. Still haven't managed to find myself another sniper rifle, so we are also on a marksman rifle here. Very similar to, in fact better than the primary rifle on the first mech. Higher damage volley, slightly longer fire time, but still. Two of these running around, they do significant damage and are very effective. And then this is a much quicker moving mech as well, so tries to keep out of things, but its cooling speed is really high, which means that I can fire pretty often with this one. That's the quick overview. Apologies for that taking a little bit longer, but yeah, we're going to be going into these final fights now, so hopefully I don't just die, but we're going to try take this on. Oh, come on. Go faster. Alright. So, reckons it's super hard, level 16 mechs. Let's see what happens and make sure I have the right mechs in tow. We don't. That should be you. That should be you. Yep. So we have 16.6, 18.5, 17.6, and 18. Alright. Everyone is nicely rested because we just captured a zone. So let's get into it. Threat signature is half a click away from high command. Reinforcements should already be on their way. They definitely tripped the perimeter alarm. Let's deal with this quickly before anyone else arrives. Okay, so we got turn 3 incoming squad support. Landing right next to the high command is bound to get their attention. We need to quickly dispatch every unit on the field to avoid being overwhelmed and force every officer to come out and fight. Okay. So we have landed apparently in the middle of this little cityscape, and this is where we get these tanks that have weaponry that would normally be reserved for Titans. Titans? Keep calling them Titans. No, for mechs. So you see we've got a missile launcher on this tank. We have a mech with a flak cannon and a missile launcher. And then this guy has a sniper, so we have a sniper tank. And that is not all. Wait, there's more tanks. So, missile launcher, sniper. Where are you? Oh, 2 snipers. And then a mini... Oh, okay, so, yeah, we can... Here you can see it's one of the turrets. So we've got a mini machine gun turret here. And obviously these pop out and shoot at you if they detect you. It's not actually detecting at the moment by the looks of things, so maybe we need to get into the game. Alright, let's kick this off and see if we can't take out one of these tanks early on. I think what I'm going to do with you, I'm actually going to take you this way, just because you can get down there so quickly, because I also need you. So that's that missile tank that's doing this. So let's bring you back here. And then so we'll get some shots in on this thing. There's a chance I disable it actually. probably a good chance I disable it where it stands. So I may... Let's just... Oh, I can't get far enough. So I may just stay where I am and then put more shots on it, just in case it stays kind of ending up where it is. And then what I'll do is we'll move this guy down here. Get shots on this axis. I think he cools fast enough that we can do that. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, so we did disable it straight away. And killed it. Okay, that building protected us nicely. As hoped. So we're gonna bring you down here. Oh, that's right, you're shorter range with your assault rifle. Okay, well, missile launcher's out the way, so we'll bring you to the front here. Are they stuck because of this turret? Is that just really poorly planned for them? Alright. That's gonna hit me. Or is it behind me? Probably gonna come down behind me. I think I can jump off this building forwards. Nope. Does he not dead? Turret, main body. Dead. Just make sure this is on the right target. There we go. We got two more tanks coming in at the back there. Is that a mech as well? Nope. It's a turret back there. Dropping a turret. Okay. Let's get you into shooting these mechs. Use tanks rather. Bring you out this side. Should work. that one going? Can't tell if that's going to hit me or not. That's 2, and then we'll just move to here. There's a sniper tank. Is anyone shooting at you? Amazingly, not. Both of these. And then just run back here. Be ready for next turn. That's fine. Alright. Oh, that was a poor shot, dude. You missed. This guy still gonna attack. So just got 2 here. Get you back here. Just the one shot. Okay. That thing's surrendering. That was destroyed. I've easily got a line of sight on this one as well. I should finish that one off. Incoming Spec Ops squad on turn 6. Oh, this thing's still going. Actually not. This missile missed completely. Is this thing out? Not quite. What's he doing? Oh, he is going to attack again. Okay. This one's down, so we've got to take this turret out. Is this thing... No pilot. Perfect. What is this? Machine gun turret. Okay, well, you're definitely better for that. Bring you over here. I'll bring you This way. He gets one final missile up. It's going. So whatever missile launcher that guy had is probably must be one of the. They must still have some very long range ones, because I reckon I'm too short range for it here, which is why it's trying to circle back from behind me each time. Did they drop in? Where are they? Dropping in back here. So we get primary and secondary missile launchers. Oh, here we go. Oh, you can wield one with a shield. That's okay. They should fix that. It's an awesome looking weapon though, right? An ultra heavy and unfortunately a shield, which ultra heavy should be both hands. 100% should be both hands. Like, that just looks silly. It's clearly designed for both hands. Hopefully that's something they fix. So that's a bit of a shame that we're not seeing it being wielded correctly, but we still get to see one in action, and these things are cool. Look at how long its attack period is. 4.8 seconds. Damage in volley nearly 2,000. Optimal range 75 to 100 meters. So he's, going to be railing down this side at me. How much more do I have to... No, I've got tons more to do to this turret. Okay, kill the turret. This one's dead, right? Yeah. Bring you up there. Alright. Let's get you somewhere a bit safer from missiles, which are inevitably coming your way. Is everything down here gone? This tank's exploded. Is that... That's a tank. Oh, that's the mech. Perfect. Okay, so we can send you up there as well. Takes you a little bit longer to get there, but that's fine. Oh, turret's shooting back at me. Oh, here we go. It's so cool! Oh, I love it. I so hope they include more weapons of this sort of size in this game. That can only be carried by these mechs. Alright, time to go. Oh, you're getting missile that. Okay. Not ideal. Is that missile launcher mech gone? Okay. And we've got... Isn't there a tank in here somewhere? That thing's dead. Not dead? It looks dead. Interesting. So it's registering two things are still on the field even though I've killed them. That could be tricky when it comes to the end of this into this. Okay, here we go. We've got our leader. I'm so looking forward to dissecting your walkers. Just got to flush all these pilots out. Don't you worry, that won't take long. The leader of the experimental division is on the field. Exercise extreme caution. Quickly dispatch every unit on the field to avoid being overwhelmed and to force every other officer at high command to come out and fight. Okay, so where's this guy dropping in? Over here. I'm guessing that's him. Or will be. Okay. Just have to wait till the turn finishes for him to drop down. I reckon you can take him. You want to go and take him? Who are you shooting at? You're going to shoot that way. Perfect. Means we can get you in range. Meanwhile, you effectively come and hide behind 2 buildings. Is this one dead? Yes. Hey. Big ass missile launcher. Potentially as well. Alright, we're gonna send you down this way because you're fast moving. Watch this. Where are these missiles from? Oh, they just missed him. Okay, well, they'll probably hit me this time. That's fine. I'll find it. Yeah, so you see, so they've learned to dash. Gonna try and dash away from me. He's not gonna succeed because I run way faster than he does. Get two turns of shooting. Let's see what's this guy got. He's also got an ultra heavy and a shield. Leader of the experimental division. Not in a very experimental mech. Let's go this way. You're not being shot at, so you're... There's a hill in the way. That's fine. There we go. Made a hole in the first house. I think it's his shield. Now maybe he'll hold his gun properly. Get out this way, I think. Yeah. Meanwhile, you get to step out here. And it's your turn to do some damage. Actually, have you step out. Maybe you'll probably get in the way then. Step you up there. There we go. You can get at least 2 sets of shots off at you. Yep, perfect. What's going on this corner? He's gonna finish shooting. Also, as soon as he finishes... Oh, okay. That's even easier. So I think I can actually literally just run out here. Marksman rifle, probably about that range, is that right? Yeah, there we go. And you're gonna come to here. Yeah. Disabled it without killing the gun. Beautiful. Oh, and this one just got annihilated. It's taking our squads on the ground so long. Incoming HVT. What's an HVT? Turn 15. What turn are we on? 11. Okay, well he's done. I guess we'll just go stand back in the middle. And I'm really hoping that this guy gives up. Oh, he's going to attack again. Okay, so it's got 103 on its right arm. So it's going to crash to begin with. Does that mean... Okay, if I won't move right up here... It's going to do too much damage. All my weapons here are going to do too much damage. I need a low damage weapon. Are you still using... Yes. Okay, so it might be you who has to come and do this. What have you got as your secondary? Damage in full body, damage per 508. Actually, so it's going to be you. So you're kind of on your way anyway. You would just take... You would almost certainly take its arm off, so you're leaving. And so are you, because there's nothing else you can do either. Oh, hello. We have new friends. New friends. Why not? Why not? And then you on this way. Yeah, so you're the one. So I'll bring you this side instead. Okay, no shot up there. Alright. Why can't you eject? Oh, your left arm has a shield. Why didn't your right arm have a barrier? Good lord. It's going to be so annoying. Get your legs off. Actually. Oh wow, I managed to get hit by the turret's longer range than I thought it would be. Where are you? Lost a mech. Oh, there. Okay. Perfect. You are moving in a perfect position. I need to get to here. Definitely use this at an non-perfect range to try and not kill the right arm as we make him eject. That should do it for everybody. Get that. God damn it! Ah, oh, so annoying. Oh well. We forced the general to come out and fight. It's time to end this. Defeat him, cripple the High Commander, throw the enemy forces into disarray. Where's he arriving from? Okay, over here. So that one's ejecting. I'm assuming this one's... it has an SMG still, but it's not going to do much. We'll kill it on this run by, just in case. Just in case. And then you're going to come down this way. Here. Okay, it's looking like I kind of overdid it a little bit on the worry side of things for how difficult this fight was going to be. Being just a few levels up on their mechs has definitely made this a lot easier than it was potentially going to be. There we go, now we'll leave. So, heavy shotgun. So here's the general, I guess, in this red mech here. What's he got? He's got a sniper rifle and a heavy handgun, and then this guy has a marksman rifle and a missile launcher, so we'll definitely take him out. Really do not need to worry about those guns at that range. But since I can't fire twice, I may as well at least put up a shield, I guess. So that's those two, and then just you left. You down here. May as well add you into the mix. Alright. Lots of shotguns, really not doing that. And there's one down. Just exploded him. How's the general doing? Still alive for now. What's this one doing? Who's he going to attack? Okay. What are you attacking? Attacking with your marksman rifle. Oh, we got loads of health. So we'll stay at this range to start with. Okay, so that guy's coming towards me now. Just run down this way. Should take that shot. Probably take a shot here as well. Yep. And then you come to here. And I might certainly make him wish he hadn't done this. I think I'm better off without that. Just get him sooner. Alright. Let's watch this. This will be the fun one. It's one of the general's guns, I think. No, not quite. This guy's still got a heavy shotgun. It's not going to do him a lot of good. Okay, let's just bring you down here. Are you firing? Well, you're not. Oh, you're inactive. Okay. Oh, they've changed blades. You can go both sides. Before you only got the choice of one side or the other, depending on which hand you were holding the blade in. Okay, not that I can hit him, but even so. That's everybody? Let's watch us kill the general, I guess. Yep, he's dead. What are you doing? You're pretty damaged. A better angle on this. There we go. Should work. There we go. You should be able to fight immediately. There we go. Thought you cool ridiculously quickly. Okay, so he's out for the rest of the battle. Okay, that's good. So we just got this one mech. Got a mech over here apparently. Might have to come and destroy that for no reason. Alright. Yep. And there we go. He's out. Is this where we discovered that there are somewhere mechs left? No, we've won. Now, I have no idea what this does. If that is the end of the story, end of the game.
They
like it.
fought for us when we had no fight left. They kept hope alive when we were all but lost. things won't return to the way they once were. But we will build something great from the ashes.
Right. Well, there we go. Congratulations. Successfully liberating the capital is a huge victory and has filled the people with hope anew. There is still much to do, and we are working on expanding the game. Once you and your squad have rested, please check out our roadmap in the main menu to see what's coming next with Phantom Brigade in early access, and let us know if you have any feedback. Thanks again for playing Phantom Brigade. So, where was this map? I want to play on this. This looks fun. Why does this not exist as the final map? Okay, so this is what we're seeing some of being tested now. So the ultra heavy weaponry, which does look cool, definitely needs to be 2 hands only though. And then dash and melee improvements. We saw a couple of those. Melee being able to be used on either side for the same hand, which is definitely a bonus. And the enemy using dashes is good, and more enemy variants. So we saw some of the tanks and things. So all good stuff. And then in the very far future, combat replay, which is, I feel like, an absolute must for release of this game. If you just in terms of watching back games and missions and things in a movie fashion, especially considering how fast they go by, is definitely something that needs to be done. Pilot progression will make a big difference as well, actually make you care about your pilots a little bit. I feel like they need to definitely up the amount of fatigue as well. Like, they tell you at the beginning that you'll need more pilots because of fatigue levels, and I really never did. It never seemed to make any difference at all. Invader Nemesis, not exactly sure what that's going to be, but hopefully that's some stuff on the campaign map to make the campaign map a bit more dynamic. And then localization, gamepad support. Jesus, I can't imagine trying to work this with a gamepad. Dynamic weather would be cool. I think I'm going to do a review of this, and I'm also going to do a couple of more modded, just one-off battles with mods. I've got a couple of ideas for things that I want to test out and just play with, just for interest's sake. So there will be a couple more episodes, but they won't be part of the campaign. And I'm also, I'm going to do a proper review of the game and what I think they need to expand and work on to make it a really good game. I think the base combat system is very nicely done. It works very well. It's good fun to play. The mechs are cool. Very disappointed in the map for the final battle. Like, that definitely needs to be a much more interesting fight than just 5 waves or whatever it was of 3 mechs. Like, that needs to be a full-on war to win the game, especially when it's only level 15 and the map itself goes up all the way to 24 or 25. Like, you could almost do that with, if you got a mech actually up to the full-on level 25 with a good pair of weapons, you could probably solo that last mission with 1 mech. Like, I basically took no damage in that last fight. That was far too easy. I should have gone in when my mechs were probably level 14 rather than level 16 and 17. I had a couple of very nice upgrade missions to end, like when I was finishing off that other province was kind of, it became the problem. But definitely things they can improve, but it's a very good start. I'm obviously very aware this is early access, and sort of they've made excellent strides already. But I will go over all that in a review and sort of conversation about the game now I've played it through properly and finished it. And like I say, I'm going to do a couple of videos where I'm going to do some random stuff. The first one I'm going to do, which I'll do in a couple of days' time probably, is going to be a game where I'm going to do it without heat. So all the weapons can fire all the time. I have no idea how the AI will deal with this, whether it will ignore the fact that he exists and just constantly shoot everything all the time. Could be absolutely manic, could be a lot of fun, could be terrible. Honestly won't know, but I'm going to make a video with it just because I've figured out how to do it in the code, and it just seems like a silly thing to do. So thank you very much for everyone who has watched this series and stuck it out this far. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay and seeing what the game is all about. It's been a fun game to play through, and it's a really good early access. Like, the game has barely crashed on me at all. It hasn't crashed during a recording, which is great. And even though I'm playing the experimental build, which is constantly changing and updating and things like that. So really enjoyed it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed this, look forward to more sci-fi game content in the future and strategy game content in the future. There's a few really good things that I'm looking at this year that are yet to be released. So I will definitely be covering those. I'll probably maybe do a little video saying some of the things that I am going to be covering in the future. But if you could drop a subscribe, that would be huge. Would love to try and start growing the subscriber base a little bit. But if you've watched this, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again in another game or in future videos. Thanks again, and see you later.